What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It is your favorite candy lady, MrsiCandi, and I got my girl Karma Fox in the building. What's up, Karma?
What's going on?
Girl, I'm over here prepping for Sweetest Day. I got my girl Tasha in the back making charcuterie boards.
Okay.
Boxes for people for Sweetest Day. And I helped her because I made some chocolate covered strawberries. So hopefully y'all take care of y'all sweeties because look at my I made chocolate pretzels too.
Ooh, where can people purchase these boxes?
What's your website? LilBitsandBites.com. All right, I'm gonna post it like Karma do and lock it in.
Bites.com to purchase
like Little Bits
your sweeties
and Bites.
package.
Little Bits and Bites. Oh, it do come up when you type it. You got T-Money. I see you, girl.
You know, I'm all about, as you know, I'm about supporting Black businesses.
Yes.
Yes. You know already.
Yes.
Make sure can we get one already done? On her in the camera shot. Come on now.
Let's see if I can show y'all.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Can y'all see
yes. It? Ooh, y'all better get y'all one of these.
Get your sweetie something for Sweetest Day, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, Sweetest Day is technically supposed to be for men. But sometimes the guys they treat it like Valentine's Day and it's a couples thing. And I know some people don't celebrate holidays, but I like holidays because the world is trash as it is. So if I can find something to be happy about and to celebrate, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And you can argue with your mammy about it. It's my choice, okay? There we go. Because people do that, be like, you're celebrating pagan. Listen. Don't worry about what I'm celebrating, okay? This makes me happy. It's enough tragedy in the world. We're going to talk about a little bit of it on the next show at 8 o'clock. Okay? It's enough stuff to be upset about. It's enough stuff that's trauma. If somebody want to give me a Sweetest Day box, can I just be happy and eat my cheese?
And listen, Sweetest Day is not gender specific. Go and get your charcuterie board. You might be your own sweetie.
You can be your
Sweetest Day.
That's
and
right.
You still sweet enough. Go on to littlebitsandbites.com.
And support. Yes, please support my girl. Okay, Black owned business, Black woman. Okay, entrepreneur. She started 2 years ago, and she has been booming and doing great. And I'm so proud of her. So yes, support. So we are doing the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 19. Is episode 19?
Girl, I don't know.
Okay.
We gotta remind each other to watch it. Right. One of these episodes.
Okay, so I did start off taking notes, but then what happened was I drifted. And I think I was like drifting in and out watching it. So Karma gonna help me when I fall off, and we're gonna get through this in 30 minutes, take a break, and we're coming back with our hot topics. All right, guys. So let go. It picked up where it left off last week, where Martell was going off about the Scots biting the hand that feeds you, basically, right? He was upset with he was talking to Chris Fletcher and his business partner about how Marceau is making those statements like Mel and the t-shirt selling e-commerce business and how they hit bankruptcy and like just kind of shading the Holtz when the Holtz is really who made you where you are in your business. Like, and I do understand that frustration of it, like not necessarily keeping score of what I've done for you, but don't knock it like I ain't shit. When without me, you wouldn't be shit. You ever heard Fantasia's song, Where Would You Be Without Me? Have you heard that? The faking shit gonna kill you. Okay, don't play. So I think Martell was at one of those moments or whatever. Now, it's hard to watch Martell go off because he's so unlikable.
Very.
But I do understand where he was coming from with that, because without the Holtz, where would the Scots be? So then we go to Letitia, and she's having I don't know them baby's name. Her babies, Macy and Minna or something. Girl, I don't know them. Mina something. Box their packages for their hair products, right? They got a little kitty. product line, and she said they've been working on this for years. I think it's interesting that Sugar Mama product came out first, and that baby came out way after according to Letitia, the years that she's been working on it, and her products was in and out like bam, bam, bam. But again, the hoax and the Scots. But we gonna stop it, okay? E-commerce, we gonna stop it. And she's having the girls box their packages because they got like 150 orders, so she's gonna have them box it themselves. Marceau shows up and he just kind of taken over, and it just kind of, I think he kind of messed it up because what she was trying to do was get the girls a moment to appreciate what they were doing, and it was like a cute little moment. He came in, wanted to dictate him like work, like boy, he irritates me. But he wanted them to have an assembly line, all that kind of stuff. Letitia talks about the girls go away, and Letitia talks about the feedback from the round table discussion. She didn't like the feedback. She felt it was all negative. Marceau said he likes it. Anything else you want to add to that scene? I don't really care.
No, I'm tired of the expo scene.
Me too. Let's not talk about the expo anymore.
Yeah, it's time to move on from that.
Yes. Okay. So then they discuss Stormy's attitude. Letitia tells him about the conversation she had with Stormy. So Stormy and Letitia had a conversation that we saw a snippet of, but they didn't really air it. So I guess it didn't make the cut, but they gave us a little bit of it to give us context that they actually talked outside of the expo meeting thingy. And she asked Stormy not to call her husband a bitch no more. Stormy was like, you remember not saying no more? And she was like, yes, I would please like it if you didn't call my husband that no more. And she said, okay, but do you think you could talk to him about being sassy and the way he comes at it or whatever? And Letitia said that she would get Marceau to tone it down. But Marceau basically said, I ain't toning shit down. Fuck your friendship. That's basically what he said. She was like, so if you having an attitude with these ladies or the way you approach it is going to bring me some issues, you don't care? He was like, I really don't care. I found that interesting because when Letitia was getting into it with Mel and it like made the little scene get crazy where the men could fight, Marceau had a conversation with Letitia like, you acting like that can make it to where I have to get into it with people to defend you. So when Letitia tell you the same thing, you acting like that makes me have to get into people to defend you. He basically said, I don't care. Did you peep that?
Yes. But are we surprised?
I mean, no.
No, we're all just waiting for Tisha to wake up and pack her things and go.
Yeah. But I thought it was interesting that he made it a point to tell her getting into it with people like that can cause drama for him, where he has to get into a physical altercation or whatever to defend her. But then the same thing is happening. If Stormy's calling you a bitch, you can't fight Stormy. So I'm the one that kind of got to approach Stormy, and it could turn into a fight. Do you not care? Where he like, I really don't care. I'm gonna still do this. And I thought that was crazy. I was like, oh wow, okay.
And this is why Stormy said what she said. Mm-hmm. Even though it was very disrespectful. I mean, he's a disrespectful, negative person.
Yeah.
So, this is why she said what she said. That because he doesn't, and he's very selfish. Mm-hmm. I wasn't surprised at all. Like I said, I'm ready for Tisha to pack her stuff so I can call her U-Haul for her.
Help her.
Yeah, I'll help her move. At this point. Grab Macy and the products. Let's go.
Okay, let's see. So what happened at that point is I drifted off because it was a commercial break. And I didn't take any more notes. But Karma gave me a little bit of recap. So let me go back to it. So
that's how I can remember.
Right. So Martell and Marceau, they meet up and they basically talk about everything. Because remember, he said he would talk to Marceau, but he would talk to him if he be for real. Because Marceau do be like, what's the word that he does? Like, he likes to make a joke out of shit that's serious type of, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really serious right now with you about this. And he's like, he likes to brush it off like it's nothing and kind of try to be funny. And that is disrespectful and it can get you smacked in the face. What is that word? Is that passive aggressive? I don't know what it is.
I mean, he's a multitude of words in the dictionary. I mean, he is passive aggressive. Kiki said facetious. He's definitely that. He's obnoxious. He's so many. He's so many words.
Yeah.
And I don't think Marceau can really be for real unless it's about things that matter to him, things that matter to other people. It's just not that serious for him.
Okay.
But I did find interesting in that conversation of that back and forth is we found out that Marcel done gave Martell specifically some money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Martell, his memory got a little blurred. He was
Right.
like, huh? If you did, I don't, you mean that long, you know what he's talking about? You know what he's talking about? He's saying he done gave you some money and you up here acting like he's done nothing for you. He's obviously gave you some money. Now,
Right.
again, I don't hear nothing about Mel.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever it was with you, he gave you some money. But like you said, I don't think it necessarily was about who helps who. It's the fact that specifically Marceau just acts as if he is like this self-made person who's had no help or influence to get him to where he's at. And I just find that very much absurd. And I just also don't understand the way he's taking jabs at the Holts as far as their bankruptcy or where their business is at this point when you have a lawsuit that is ongoing right now.
And then the thing is too, you're fake. You're fake AF, because we all at this point understand you have financial issues. We all get that. You trying to playing our faces with this. You remodeling this house, you building this house, you got Tisha in an apartment or whatever. Why you doing that? You trying to play in our faces when you ain't got it going on like that. Have you seen Mel's house?
I have. It's gorgeous.
Right. Have you seen Mel have any issues? Nice. As much smack as you want to talk about Mel got it going on. Yeah, Martell, you might have helped since the divorce, since Mel left him. The brother's struggling. We know that. We know that. Everybody know that, because Mel was what was the brains behind all that, and she's the one that ran that, not Martell. So yeah, you helped him since the divorce, but what about when they were married and to get you on and get you going where you at when you was working at the movie theater? Who helped you out? Who got you?
It was very weird, because then he also went into that dialogue of saying that, you know, you have to be honest about certain things that you have went through, and ups and downs in your job. This also lets me know you're not qualified to lead anything such as an expo, because those sound like talking points you should have given to your speakers.
Right.
So if there were certain themes that they should have touched upon, you should have let that be known, as well as securing money from vendors prior to them showing up. Right? So you keep moving the goalposts.
Yes.
You don't know what you're doing.
I started to watch. I was thinking I was watching the episode because I was trying to watch it again so I could like be up on it. And it wasn't on my demand. It was the one before. And I started watching it and I was like, oh, I've seen this. This is like, you know what I mean? But that was when Mel was telling them maybe next year they could be a little more organized, and Letitia got mad. Like, I think we were organized. No, y'all weren't. If you're asking vendors for their money the day of, you're not organized. That should be very clear. If you're asking a vendor at the event while they're setting up to give you a fee, you are not organized, Letitia. Period. I don't understand why that was like triggering to her that Mel said that, because y'all weren't. It was. You weren't.
I think it's just too soon for Tisha to take any criticism from Mel. I think they're still building a relationship, and I think it's very fragile for her to take any criticism or what she may be internalizing as negative from Mel, even if it is constructive. You know what I mean? It's like you getting into it with a coworker, and the next day they up here like, let me give you a hug. It's too soon for all of that. I think she was a little, because they have went through so much turmoil. I just don't think they're at that space where she can take so much constructive criticism from Mel. Maybe she doesn't know that. Maybe she doesn't even know how much she kind of snapped on that. Maybe she didn't know she was triggered, but it definitely seemed like a trigger for her. And I think that might have been where it kind of stemmed from. But like I said, with Marceau telling Martell things he felt like should have been talked about, and then to also talk about, you know, I want to talk to people who hadn't had a platform, but that's specifically e-commerce. I mean, she was doing this stuff prior. You don't know what you want. And there is a lane for people who want to build fan bases and content in order to sell products. So at the minimum, we could have been discussing on how to build a brand and an audience on social media with someone who has content.
There's also someone that could tell us how they pitched an idea to get a show. She got so much she could offer. She got so much she could offer in different classes, not even just one. She don't have to just do one class. Mel got different lanes, baby. Okay, because that's what they say.
I don't understand what he talking about at all. Like this is, and that's why she says y'all weren't organized, because you probably needed breakout sections for certain entrepreneurs based upon where they were, whether that was how to create branding and audience basis, to how to move from in-house to commercial. That might have been where Stormy came into play, about how she was able to move her brand into stores. It could have been a whole bunch of different general topics, right? But in people's specialty, but you didn't capitalize on that because it wasn't really organized. It was just y'all sitting up there, and it just was real.
I think initially, if we're gonna be honest, they were banking on Mel to come in and give them that. They didn't want to pay for it though, because Mel's done events, Mel's organized, Mel, you know what I'm saying, has the experience. You act like in the beginning, y'all understood Mel's value because y'all wanted her to be a part of it,
right?
But then y'all wanted to like downplay her value because you didn't want to pay her. And that's
like went to that skin. What she have on the show? She had her skincare launch.
Yes,
on there, which looked really nice. That was really, really nice. I liked her line. I love the whole setup of it. It looked really, really nice. So it's not like we haven't seen her launch stuff before. What was it where Tisha couldn't come in at? What was that event? That wasn't a baby shower.
No, I think that was the first skincare one before she had to change the name.
And then rebranded it. Yeah. So either way, I mean, the events that I have seen put on in a business level from Mel has honestly looked very appealing to the eye for what we can at least even see.
But they know that, though. That's the thing. Letitia and Marcel both know that, which is why they wanted her to be a part of it. That's why I like when Chris Fletcher was like, don't play on the Holtz name like that. Like, for real, don't do that. Like, let's not play. You playing now. Because Mel, she has a lot to bring to the table.
Girl, I love to work with Melody.
Me too, in a heartbeat.
I love to work with Mel Bell.
In a heartbeat. Okay, so let's see. Fletcher tells Martell, okay, bruh, because you need to get out the house again. And Martell was like, so you putting a for sale sign out here, so it ain't sold yet. So I got a little bit more time. Like, bruh, he is so trifling, but thinking he could just be one of those squatters. You could just stay here, get out of that man's property.
And you had the nerve to say, "Oh, so I thought you already sold it. You made it seem like it's sold. It ain't sold yet.
So I got more time." That's what he said. So I got more time.
I would have filed an eviction on him.
Me too.
I'd have filed an eviction because he's playing with me. Yeah. I'd have filed an eviction because how am I going to sell something and you're still in it? We can't stage it. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You have no idea the way they want to stage. They may not want your little raggedy furniture in there. They may want to stage the whole house. Get out. They need to file an eviction on that man.
They do. Get him out of there.
Ridiculous.
Kimmy get with her friend and they discuss her sex life. Kimmy, one of her Yanni eggs, fell out when she was trying to practice her Kegel. So her friend gives her something else to help her practice. And yeah.
I liked her friend. I just wish we was talking about something else.
Yeah.
I like the interaction. The friend looked like she was a good Kiki. I like the interaction. I'm tired of talking about. If we were going to talk about Kimmy's sex journey, I don't want it to have anything to do with the external validation of her husband being interested in her. She's already mentioned she doesn't feel sexy, because I want her to go through her own journey of gaining her confidence back after her chemo. And I hate that she's attaching this to her husband. I feel like she's speeding her process along because he's going to look for something else. And that's what it's boiling down to. You think your husband is going to tip you out that door.
She definitely does.
If he ain't already.
Yeah, for sure. And she's another one that's trying to play in our faces with that.
I don't think Kimmy playing. It took me to this episode. I think we all have character flaws, right? And as smart as Kimmy can be, or how great you can be in one area, you could be definitely needing an opportunity in something else. And what it really hit me with this episode is Kimmy is dead ass. Like, Kimmy really needs to unpack some of her self-worth issues and proximity to men, and how she views herself with the men that she has married or entertained, or how she feels about herself, because Kimmy is extremely smart, but I think when it comes to her self-worth and how she looks and values herself, I think she has an opportunity in that.
I guess I feel like she know her husband is on some BS. And when I say she trying to play in our faces, but making us buy something else than what we see. Like, that's not Kimmy.
I think she is in denial, like maybe we all have been in a relationship or two.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's why I said I think she dead ass though. I think she dead ass. I don't think she playing shit. I think she is trying to be a little willfully ignorant, or maybe she's smart enough to know, like, if I don't do this, he's gonna go out the door, right? She's hinted towards, I know what he wants and this and this and that, but I think Kimmy dead ass.
Yeah, and that's sad. That's really sad. Last thing, I actually did not see this part. I seen like it in previews and stuff. Mel meet up with Kiki, and Kiki spilled the beans about Marceau having an affair. Did she say something about a threesome? I know she said a name and it got blurred out. What was
she
that?
Said some type of threesome and an affair. And as usual, my good Cancer sister Scorpio Mel is up here eating. What? Girl, is eating be tearing me up every time. Cause she gonna eat her something, get her some tea. You hear me? Oh, they did have that commercial Bet on Black, but that was dumb.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't even nothing to talk.
She couldn't be sexy. She was trying, but I don't know how to be sexy. I don't know.
And that's like, her accent was really heavy as well. So it took about 25 tries to get that. But
that is so hard to watch when she does, like when she speaks the accent part. I feel so bad for her because I know she had like initially early in like season 1, she was trying to get some help on that. And it hasn't got any better.
I don't like that though. I don't like that. And I'm really toiling on if that's a little anti-Black, because why is someone's accent of dialect from where they from such an issue? Why do we try to water down their dialect and their accent? Like, why is that a problem?
The accent? Because when she said, but how does she say event?
She is very country.
Is it a country thing?
You don't hear that?
I be trying to understand what it is.
Hear that? I think
like when she say event, she be like event. Like it'd be like, like the way she say certain stuff, I'll be like, what is that? Like, why does she do it like that?
But it ain't like we don't know what she's saying. To me, I just feel like I don't like that. I don't like when people be playing with people on like accents or speech impediments. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she has one, but I'm just saying anything that that's natural for them and how we kind of like play it.
I took it more as a speech impediment thing, and she was getting help for that, not an accent or dialect. I thought she had like a speech impediment.
And if she doesn't get help, I'm just saying they be clowning her real heavy on that. Right. And I mean a couple of Espo is crazy, but it's not as if we don't know what she's saying. It's not like it is a speech impediment to the point where literally like, girl, what you say? It's just, and I want to hinder on speech impediment because I'm not sure if that's what she said, but whatever it is that makes her enunciate words the way that she does, it's not as if I don't understand what she's saying.
It was okay.
It's not enunciated in the format that we are used to hearing. Certain letters are not hit in certain
commercial. Her doing the reading for that commercial was hard, Karma. It wasn't like me make fun of her, but I was feeling bad, like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, it was just hard for her, because I know people already clown her heavy anyway, and to hear certain words her saying, I was like, yeah, I really do think it's something. I don't think it's like, I already know she can't, like, control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how she talks or whatever. But even when her mom talks, her mom is country. When Wanda speaks, it's very country. When Letitia speaks, it seems like something else is there. I don't know.
Whatever that is for her, it was hard to watch, but that's just because everything about their movements just felt stiff on the thing or whatever. Okay. But like, I feel like people clown her speech so much that I can see her even being nervous reading a script. Okay. People clown her speech so much. And I think because I have children with autism who have speech issues, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. I am a little bit like, okay, all right. Like it's cute sometimes, like even when Elijah may mispronounce on it, we like what, and it's really close, but we like, oh, that was cute. But I don't like people clowning people's speech too heavily. Y'all gotta let that lady say expo and let it go.
The expo don't bother me as much as the event. It's the event.
No event and event is the same.
I think the only reason the event got me because I had never heard of it like that before, and it was like the first time, and she kept it was. Because now I'm used to her saying it. But I mean, like, the first time she started saying event, I was like, why is she saying like that? Like, I was just so lost. Like, why she keep saying event? Like, what's the E? Like, am I saying it wrong?
No, I really think, well, for whatever it is, that is her dialect. Like, that's the way that she speaks or whatever. I just feel like it's other things about her that we could
talk about. So who do you think Marsau was having this affair with? Because
I don't care. What I care about is that since y'all brought this up for the 55,000th time, you better come with a receipt. Yes. I don't care if this girl come through the bat in the sky on a zip line. You better come with a receipt if we're back to where we started. That's number one. Number two, I really don't know how to feel that Kiki brought this. Kiki,
it's bad. It's terrible. That's her cousin. Kiki shouldn't have been the one to bring it. But she did. So we got to ride with it, you know.
Girl, and when she throw that drink next, that drink landed perfectly on Tisha too in the trailer next week.
We might have to do like, because we do this on Fridays and then the show tomorrow. So we might need to do these on like a Sunday afternoon or something just to get out the way.
Whichever.
Yeah, just so we can get out the way.
And then she hit that water like a whole entire girl. That drink.
Boom.
Let me tell you, Carlos, not them cameras or security would have stopped me from tapping Kiki ass.
Oh, it'd have been a fight. A whole fight. People be trying it. And
I wouldn't have been able to be Wendy Osefa. That drink hit too perfectly in my face.
Let me tell y'all about something else that's gonna be a fight. We got to talk about this in a minute, in 30 minutes when we come back for If You Like I Love It Hot Topics. When that dude throw that bottle at Funny Marco in that interview, we gonna talk about it because that would have been a whole fight. Okay, a whole fight. But we gonna talk about that in 30 minutes. So make sure y'all come back and y'all
put Tasha's stuff up before we go.
Y'all see that stroll at the bottom of the page? Please go and order you some charcuterie from my girl Tasha. Little Bits and Bites. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok. She's on Facebook. You got it?
Oh, you on TikTok? Tasha, are you under Little Bits and Bites? Or she under Little Bits? Let me go follow you right now, Miss Tasha.
Yes, ma'am. Girl, get you some cute bougie boards, y'all. I call them bougie boards, and I love them. I mean, you know, I'm always about adult Lunchables, okay? And when I have a party, it makes me look super fancy when I have her make my board. So make sure y'all check her out, support her, and we'll be back in 30 minutes, guys. So if you like it, I love it, and I love you, and we'll see y'all in 30 minutes. All right,
bye.
Guys.